A lot of times we start celebrating people in churches when they're gone, and I'm like, you know, what a blessing is it to be able to celebrate people while they're here, so you can hear them. Can we give each other a round of applause for that tonight? It's not too often that we get together to see somebody as young as Amos is, gathering people together to talk about a success.
The book is very inspirational. He speaks from his heart. He's very candid. And those are some character traits that his mother and I sought to instill in him. And now we see the fruit of that as it's described there in the book.
Prior to becoming executive pastor here, I actually worked at the city of Sacramento, where we gave out a number of grants and a number of different things for the community. And that's when I first met Amos. This was about 6 years ago now. And he came in and he was trying to talk about supporting his organization. You know, fighting on behalf of his organizations and the kids in his community. And after our meeting, when he walked out, I thought two things. The first thing I thought was, wow, this brother is dressed sharp. As he always does. But the second thing that I thought about was how a man his age is going to be able to reach so many people that I wouldn't be able to.
I think it's great for someone that has gone through something through their childhood and has overcome it, which I know it wasn't an easy process, to want to reach back into the community and help out others, especially children. A lot of people don't know how to eat properly, cook properly, or overcome something that's affecting this entire nation. So I commend him for what he's doing and can't wait to read the book.
The reason we are also here today is because what he's talking about is a tremendous problem in our community. You know, overweight youth, unhealthy youth, and overweight adults. You know, and it's not something that we should be ashamed of, but it's something we should do something about. You know, and the way we do something about it is we take one step forward, and then we continue to walk forward, and we continue to work until we make the change that we want to see.
It gives me pleasure to introduce Mr. Amos Nugent. Come on up, brother. Thank you very much.
Again, my power is in my story. The idea of overcoming obesity, or just overcoming, for me is encapsulated in that statement. My power is in my story. So tonight I'm going to talk with you for just a few brief moments, a little bit about my story. Not so much that you can see and hear me, but I want you to reflect over your own story, because what I'm going to talk with you about tonight are some of the similarities that exist between you and I, some of the differences that exist between you and I, and finally, we're going to talk about what's next. Because at the end of the day, the power has been and always will be in your hands, but it's up to you to acknowledge it, to take ownership of that, and then do something about it. The focus of our book, even though it's called Overcoming Obesity, it's not just a weight loss book. It's really a book about developing the mind, because our philosophy is that obesity, just like any other challenge, more than just the physical aspect, it's really 90% mental and 10% physical. So it's equipping them with the resources and strategies that they need to believe that change is possible. And then after they believe, to help guide them along the way, so that way they can keep going until they experience that breakthrough that they're looking for. I challenge you to do this again, and to do this each and every day until you're utterly convinced that there's nothing from which you will be denied, because your only limit is the sky. This has been Amos and Sandra Nugent's oldest son, and also Brittany's big brother, better known as the epitome of inspiration, reminding you that your power is in your story.